Newfoundland. Hello, everybody. We're live from the Ghouls Arena in beautiful Ghouls, I guess. As we get ready for this game, we have a full contest of games and an array of them coming up as well. First off, we're going to start off with the O'Donnell High School versus the Marystown High School, as two teams who haven't played a lot of hockey so far are going to be squaring off today. And it's going to be very interesting. What do you think is going to be one of the biggest challenges here today, Michael?
Well, Zach, we're really looking at a couple of teams who haven't had much time on the ice for games. They've had lots of practice. They're really used to getting out there, but not so much with that contact. And so I think what the players are really going to have to get used to is the difference in the contact with this game. And we are, talking to some of the coaches, and they're saying, when do I hit? Can I hit? What happens if I get hit? Those kinds of things. They're not quite used to it because they're practicing way more than they're having games. So I think that's going to be the biggest challenge here, Zach.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting with Marystown coming in earlier the week. They haven't had a lot of people playing against yet. Now they have a few games under their belt in this tournament, but it's going to be very interesting with this fresh ice. And Marystown is going to be coming out here after driving a few hours, and I can almost bet that they're completely exhausted, but not as exhausted as this O'Donnell team, who's been practicing very, very hard because they're a very new team in this tournament. And it's going to be very interesting to see how this all pans out with them being new in the tournament, as these guys are the second pairing of this tournament, as they have a Tier 1 team and a Tier 2 team. So It's going to be interesting to see how both of these teams are going to square off at each other. And inside the arena may be freezing cold, but the rivalry is heated. I can tell you that for sure.
Yeah, there's no doubt there, Zach. It's there's definitely some tension out there. They're ready to go. But geez, is it freezing in here?
Just a few game notes. Our starting goaltenders tonight are Nikki Kerr is in number 1 for Marystown. They're in the white jerseys tonight, and they are the away squad per se. And on the other end, we're going to have Liam Broders. He's in number 33 tonight for the O'Donnell High School. He's in level 1, and he's doing very well in his academic courses, and his studies are always on point, as he gets the nod tonight from his coach. And Pat Carroll has been really stepping up this team and has really got this team underway with their practices and with their studies as well, because this is so last minute for this team. It was only just in recent weeks that Pat Carroll actually came along with this and mentioned that these guys are going to be playing.
Yeah, it's all very new for them. Carroll, he decided very, very late in the game that he was going to go ahead with adding this second team, but he says that they're ready. He says that they're good players. They're really looking forward to this game. So it's all a matter of, once we get started, how is this going to go? We have these two teams, varied experiences, but we want to see how are they going to play together today.
And it's very interesting to see as we look at our coach for Marystown, which is going to be Ed Farrell. And we were talking to Ed before this game, and he said that he's very confident in his team. Even though they haven't had a lot of practice, he still feels that they've been playing well. They've gotten to this point in the tournament, and he really feels that these guys can go the full length with this, even though they haven't had a lot of experience and practice.
Yeah. And you know what? Sometimes, if you're a good player, it doesn't matter how much experience you had. Sometimes you can just make it work. And it also has to do with that chemistry on the ice, too. If you and your teammates, if you can get through this, then sometimes you're able to make something work, right?
Just as the players are warming up, we would like to remind you that we're cross-island-wide in all of Newfoundland on Rogers TV through St. John's, Gander, Corner Brook, Grand Falls, and Port aux Basques, and all those areas in between. We are there. We're also live coast to coast and around the world on YouTube and Facebook, rogerstv.com. So it's going to be very interesting with all of this to see how it's going to end up. And there's actually a few teams from Nova Scotia and around the West Coast.
That's
so
right.
It's going to be very difficult for a team like O'Donnell to judge the speed of the game and judge the pace of the game, and because a lot of them wouldn't know how these teams work, especially with the driving distance, and they haven't played these guys before.
Well, you're playing against all these teams that you've probably played several times before. They're in the general area. And then when these out-of-province teams come in, it's a shock to the system. So it's going to be interesting to see how that all pans out today.
Be just underway in just a few minutes, and as you can see on both ends, both teams are warming up. Goalies are getting very warm. I only see one goalie out there for O'Donnell, so it's going to be very interesting to see how this all pans out if Liam was to get such injury or needs to be pulled. As over on Marystown, they got two goalies over there. They got James Strickland, who's in number 40 for them, and in number 1, their starting goalie is Nicky Kerr. So if Kerr decides to back out, they still do have Strickland there. But on the other end, I can't see another goaltender there, so it's going to be very interesting with Liam Broders to see how he plans out and plays tonight, as he's been in hockey for most of his life, and he's a very skilled player for O'Donnell and throughout his hockey teams. So it's going to be interesting, and his coaches has confidence in him, and so do a lot of the players. So I think that it's going to be a very good night for Liam Broders. We have an excellent and skilled group of volunteers here. We got Steve Pigeon on the camera. We got Emily down on the other one. Jeff Harding is down on the last camera. And if you want to join our camera crew someday, you can always head over to rogerstv.com for more information. And there'll be plenty of opportunities for you to be a part of our broadcast crew for hockey, Out of the Fog, in council, you name it. We're all there at Rogers TV, St. John's, and throughout the parts of Newfoundland and Labrador. One of the biggest things with the captain of Marystown, Josh Barron, he's really got to lead his team here, and he has to have confidence within himself and his team as they go through this game, because you really need a lot of confidence against these teams with this fresh ice out here in the Ghouls and up against one of these teams that have already burned through some of their best players. He has to really be sure to lead his team and be captain-like throughout this game.
Right. And with one of this being practically their first big tournament here of the season, if the captain's there for the team and he's really showing that good leadership that they need, then they might be able to get through this. But I'm interested to see how they do today with this being their first big break here for the ice.
For sure. The format for these contests throughout this game is 3 15-minute periods as opposed to 3 20-minute periods in the NHL. And it's going to be very interesting as the crowd starts to get lively here in the Ghouls, and everyone's starting to wake up here, and it's just after 8 a.m. in most parts of Newfoundland. And you can see this is going to be a very interesting game with the 3 15-minute periods. It's going to be very fast games, and it's not going to be like NHL style, but it's going to be very good hockey at that.
And very lively, Zach.
It's the O'Donnell High School and Marystown. As Marystown is out there, they're in the dot, and they're getting ready to go. Once again, our starting goaltenders this morning, excuse me, rather. Nicky Kerr is in there for Marystown, and on the other end, it's Liam Broders. Liam is in number 33, and Kerr is in number 1. As we get ready for this opening face-off, Luke Jones is out there on the wings, alongside with Alex O'Keefe as we're underway. Marystown is in the white, O'Donnell is in the green. And now here comes Marystown as they're stepping in over the line. Here they come in through the blue line. They're moving it in. Getting it around the goal. It's picked up there into the corner, and it's flipped around. One more time, it's held around, and they're trying to get a puck on it. Here comes Marystown as they're trying to center it out in front, and they couldn't there. And now here comes O'Donnell back the other way as they dump it into the corner, and it's dumped and chased there as Marystown will collect. That's Liam Best back there. Moving it around his Best as he flips it up to his offensive line mate, and now here they come. A pass is intercepted, and O'Donnell will start away with it. Now it's Alex O'Keefe. As he clears it into the zone, they'll pick it up. And starting away is the defense of Marystown. Number 13 is Luke Jones as they'll start away. Moving it ahead now, here they come is Patrick Farrell. He's got the A. He's battling in there into the corner as they're starting away with it now. Hard hitting and a long shot, and that one stopped. Shot! And that one just went wide off the shot. What an opportunity that could have been. And now another blast from the point, and that one just sailed wide. Back into the corners, picked up there by Jacob Baker, and it's cleared out the length of the ice. And that one's called down on the icing with 13:36 left to go in period number 1.
Well, we're off to a very exciting start here, Zach. They're moving quick out there, and I would have thought, this is the early morning game, but they seem to be wide awake out there.
Lots of Tim Hortons and lots of caffeine has fueled these guys as they move in. Jacob Baker trying to set him through. Now here comes O'Donnell. They're moving in with speed, trying to get to the other side, and they couldn't as it's intercepted there by Farrell, the assistant captain. Moving it along, and it's cleared in along. And it's later picked up there by Josh Barron, the captain, who we speak about in our pregame show, as they'll move it in along the boards. O'Donnell's trying to get a step on it, and it's intercepted by the defense. And now in front again, no, as it's turned over there by Flander. Huge hitting into the corner, and we talked about the hitting before in our pregame show as well, as it's going to be very interesting, as a lot of people don't know when to hit or if they should hit, and other ideas like that. Picking it up is O'Donnell as they'll start away with it. That way it's Jacob Swire, but it's intercepted in at the line. Here they come, it's Marystown, they're stepping in and through, and here he comes. In number 91, he's stepping in and through. That's Hartson now, as he couldn't get it in on goal. And now one more time, here comes O'Donnell as they'll flip it in ahead. And starting away with it is Marystown, it's Moulton. So he passes it along to his defensive partner, and they'll try to step in through. Playing it around now, and here comes Marystown as they're stepping in and through. He's coming in with speed. Here he goes. He's trying to move it in. That's Walters with a drive. And that one just whistled wide off the shot. Picked up again out in front, and Walters could not get a stick on that. As it's moved out right along, and it'll go right in on Kerr, as he will not be able to have the icing here with 11:55 left to go in this first period. As Marystown is stepping in and through, and here they come. Coming in with speed is Walters. Walters in on, trying to center it out in front, and he couldn't get that one there. Starting it away with it now is the defense of Marystown. They'll start in the neutral zone as they'll try to step in through. Here comes Marystown. They're trying to move it in, making some nice moves. Here he goes. And now it's picked up into the corner. They'll move it along. They can't get it there. Out in front again, a shot. And that one couldn't be whistled there. One more time, it's picked up by the defense of Marystown. They're moving it along. High pressure throughout this now. Liam Best is in there. He gets knocked down. Into the corner now. It's played out in front again. Shot. Scores! It's in the net for the first goal. And Marystown is on the board first here in the Ghouls.
And what a way to really have those first 4 or so minutes here in this first period. A great game being played. Josh Feuer, a great job by him getting that first goal. So there we go. We're off to a great start, folks.
Marystown is on the board first, and that big important lead throughout this game with 11:08 left to go in this first period. It's going to be interesting to see how O'Donnell will come against this and how they will move along with this as they try to go forward. There's a little bit of stoppage in play up at the benches. The referee and the linesman there. They're looking at the lineup card, I believe. Now, Feuer is on the lineup right here, so it's going to be interesting to see how this all pans out. They're all looking over there, and a lot of huddled bodies all around, all the coaches there. And
everyone seems to be listening in.
Joe Strickland, Edward Farrell, Roger is there, Leon Flander and Jeff Oak are all there standing around. And there's a little bit of confusion as the puck's about to drop here with 11:08, like we said in the first period. O'Donnell is trailing by 1 to the Marystown out-of-towners. Clipped in along there by the defense of Marystown. They'll start away with it now. They're moving it along. O'Donnell will try to get it there, taking a tumble up the line, and they'll try to start away with it. Now picked up there by Marystown as they're stepping in. It's Ikonen. Inkpen, excuse me. As a terrible mispronunciation, and I apologize for that. Picked up along there by O'Donnell as they're trying to step it into the corner. They'll start away with it. Right into your living room there on that camera shot. And they'll start away with it is O'Donnell. That way it was picked up there by Walters. He's moving it along. Trying to get it now is O'Donnell as they'll move it in forward. Pass cannot be collected, and it's picked up there by Marystown as they'll start away with it. In number 5 is Barron. He's the captain as they'll start away with it now. Moving it along is the assistant captain this way, this time in number 6 as he'll move it along, and that's Zach Walters. Here comes O'Donnell. They're stepping in with speed. Here they come. A shot and a high rising stop there by Kerr. Moving it along into the corner. It's picked up there by Marystown. He gets bumped there, and they'll move it along. And now here comes O'Donnell. It's number 15 as they'll move it along. That's Stephen Rideout. He's in level 3 at O'Donnell, and he's doing very well in his studies and his academic courses. He's a singer and songwriter, too. He has a band called the Drill Gang.
Wow. So he's a very, very multi-talented athlete, multiverse here.
Moving it along is here comes Marystown. They're moving it in, and they couldn't get a shot on goal. That time was by Zach Walters, the assistant captain. Just a reminder, we're live, Cross Island, on Rogers TV, St. John's, and you could also view us on your tablet, mobile device, computer, whatever you please, on RogersTV.com. One there by Marystown as they're moving it in, and a shot went off the pad. The rebound is loose, and it's not in. They're not calling it a goal and a little get-together after the fact. It was loose down there for a second. Everybody trying to get in on that goal line, and a beautiful save there by Liam Broders. Off the draw, it's won there by O'Donnell after our scramble, but it's picked up there by Marystown as they'll try to step in through. Bumping in at the line, there's a collection of 4 or 5 players there as O'Donnell will step in through, and here they come with speed. Look at the speed on him. He's moving it along. That way by Stephen Rideout. And it's collected along by Marystown as Oak sends it cross ice, and now he'll step in with it. A shot! And that one stopped there off the pad of Broders. What an excellent stop there with 8:47 left to go in the first.
An excellent shot for sure, but an excellent stop by their goal.
And off the draw, it's won there by Marystown as they'll step in through. Picking it up along is Liam Best. He's been playing all over the ice so far throughout this first period. And O'Donnell will intercept, and they'll step in through. Here they come. They're trying to move it in along. And up off the scorer's table, and I think they'll call the play down. With 8:29 left to go in this first period, it's 1-0 for Marystown. Face-off is going to come right outside the Marystown bench at the offside dot, as I think that one was flipped into the bench. Very low glass at this school's arena. Hey, Michael.
Yeah, for sure. It's surprising actually. You're used to a little bit of a higher glass, but no, this is a bit short for sure.
All the better to see the game. That's Kerr making the save with 8:19 left to go in the first period. It's 1-0 O'Donnell, and you're watching Rogers TV all across Newfoundland. Nothing Marystown, as they're trying to move it along. Here they come. It's picked up there by the offensive as they bring him with stride. Loose along, it's Farrell as he's trying to battle in along there. And it's collected into the corner, and a shot. and that one just whistled wide, and O'Donnell will have to start away with it. Now it's Nick Collins with a drive, trying to get it up forward, and a lot of bumping, and that play's called down on the offsides.
And if you would like to spread the word, feel free to connect your friends over. You can join us on YouTube or Facebook Live, like we mentioned. And if, you know, the regular TV isn't interesting enough, this game for sure is going to keep you awake, and it's a great start to your morning.
Beautiful hockey so far in the Ghouls, as we're going to be live all day long, folks, from the Ghouls Arena, excuse me, and the Mile 1 Center later on tonight, where we'll have some Tier 1 action. Moved in along there as O'Donnell as taking a bump there. They'll move it along. As Ryan Collett, he hasn't had a lot of ice time, but he's making some beautiful strides as he steps in along. And O'Donnell will try to flip it in forward. Pick Alex O'Keefe, and a bump at the corner. O'Keefe trying to move it in forward. He does. Getting it to his offensive partner, Ben Collins, as he's moving in. But it's intercepted there by Marystown as he takes a bump. And the defense of Marystown will start away. It's Flander. Marystown moving it in. We're in period 1 with just over 7 minutes left to go in this contest in period 1. Moved in along there by Marystown. They're trying to step it in through. Here they come. And the play is called down off a whistle and a save by Broders. Here's the replay here. Nice save.
Yeah, that was very well done by their goal there.
Great positioning by Broders, as he's had a lot of great positioning so far throughout this game. Picked up by Marystown as they'll start away with it. And it's moved into the corner. That way it was Oak chipping it along. And it's sent around now. And it's brought along into the corner. Marystown will pick it up as they're taking a bump there. This way it's Luke Jones, who's a difference out there for his team. Hasn't had a lot of ice time, but he's starting to get out there, and he's really making a difference for his team now. As it's picked up there by the defense of Marystown into the neutral zone. He's being chased down hard as he's skating in with strides. That's Nicholas Oak once again. Picked up there again by Marystown. They're stepping in and through, and here they come. Here comes Marystown.
And a great save.
And the save off the shot there. 6:12 left to go in this first period of this opening contest. As it's just after 20 after 8 here on Rogers TV. Live from the Ghouls Arena in the beautiful Avalon Peninsula of Newfoundland. Chipped in along there by Marystown as they're trying to step in through. They can't get it there, and it's stopped at the line, and a long wrister, and it's floated into the corner where Luke Jones is out there again, and taking a bump is Marystown there as they'll try to wrap it around the goal. Can't get it there. Moving it around is Luke Jones. Jones trying to get it there. He's whipping it around. Now he's pinned up against the boards as they're all battling for it now. And coming away with it is Marystown. They'll have to start away in the defensive zone. This way it's Nicholas Oak. Oak can't get a stick on it, and starting it away with it is Marystown. That's Liam Best. Here he comes with speed, just like Bobby Orr. Here he comes. Moving on in. Oh my goodness, he's getting around everyone. Now he's circling out in front again. A shot! Oh, what a save! Off a great opportunity. He just dangled out everyone, and we could certainly see some broken ankles there by O'Donnell.
And here we go for the replay. He is coming in. This is a very fast play, but a great save for sure.
Liam Broders in excellent positioning for that intimidating player coming down. When a player like him comes down, you got to really pay attention. As this game's starting to get physical here out in the Ghouls Arena. O'Donnell will have to start away in their own zone. As they'll move it in along, it's Joey Simmons. He's in level 1, and he's doing great with his academic studies. As they'll step in and along, and here comes O'Donnell, moving it on in. It's Mark Collins, and he couldn't get a drive off the initial shot. And now it's collected along by Marystown. They'll flip it high and off the glass, and now it'll be sent out in the foot race for it, but O'Donnell will get there first. This way, it's Joey Simmons moving it around. Here comes Marystown as it's intercepted and stealed. And a shot and a high wrister goes wide. And that one was Appleby. Now, once again, it's picked up there by O'Donnell. They'll have to clear it out, and they'll just get it out to the line. That way by Jacob Swire, but this way it's Marystown as they'll start away with it. Chipping it along his ink pen as he moves it along. And now here comes O'Donnell. They couldn't get a full stick on it. There was Alex O'Keefe. .406 left to go in this first period. 1-0 for Marystown. As O'Donnell is just a short 10-15 minute drive, and Marystown is just over a 3-hour drive. And Marystown has been playing well. It seems out of the visitor. Pinned up against the board is Marystown. They'll try to start it away. Here they come with speed. They're trying to move it in along. Here comes O'Donnell as they're flipping it into the corner. Marystown trying to get a shot on it as they couldn't send it out in front. Great work by the O'Donnell defense. And it's intercepted, and they will start away. Oh, a potentially dangerous hit there as Marystown will start away in their own end. On the other end, that is. That's Patrick Farrell. And here they go one more time. Here comes Marystown. They're coming in with a high wrister shot. And that one stopped and hang. Hold on. Zach Walters with the shot, and a beautiful save there by Broders. 3:25 left to go in this opening contest.
And here in our replay, a great jumping save there. And then at that point it was called off.
We'll get together after the teams are going at it hard. And they show no mercy throughout this with the physical contact. As you see, a missed hit there by O'Donnell. And starting away with now is Marystown. They'll move it in along. Trying to get it there. They can't. And O'Donnell will have to start away with this one more time. It's Tyler Lee. Now it's collected into the corner by Marystown. They're trying to start away with it. Moving it along as they lead 1-0, and a lot of offense for them and a lot of shots on goal. And Liam Broders, give him credit. He's been playing well as a shot just came through, and there's going to be a tripping call coming up here. As in number 91 is Dylan Hertzen. He got knocked down, and there's going to be a 2-minute penalty for it.
If you plan to join us here in the Ghouls Arena later today, make sure you dress warm. It's quite chilly here, isn't it, Zach, in the arena?
Yeah, I can start to feel it now, but the tension is certainly high in here, and it's a very heated game.
For sure.
There's the trip right out in front of the net. That's just one penalty you just cannot take, is those trips out in front, especially when your team is down and they'll have to play a man down. It's 5-on-4. Collected in along by the Marystown defense. They'll have to start away on this penalty kill. It's picked up there by Nicholas Oak, and it's intercepted there by O'Donnell as they're trying to step it in and through. They can't get it much further than the line is Stephen Rideout. Very talented artist. As it was turned over, and now here comes Marystown as they'll start away. It's Patrick Farrell. Farrell moving it along. He's trying to get it there. It's picked up and around by Marystown. They'll try to send it out in front, and it's back down to the point now, and it's flipped in along. That way, it was collected by Liam Best. And now into the corner, they'll start away with it as Marystown. Marystown moving it along. Picked up there into the corner there. It's Luke Jones, And one more time, it's picked up there by Marystown as they'll start away with it. Moving it along and trying to get a shot on goal. They can't. As they're moving it in, and now it's started away by Marystown, and O'Donnell will intercept, and it's sent in along. Way down the length of the ice is Nicholas Oak. He's being chased down by the O'Donnell defender, Stephen Rideout. And Marystown will have to start away with 1:30 left to go in this first period. 40 seconds left to go in this power play for Marystown. And now it's picked up there by Marystown as they're moving it in. They're trying to get it in. Zach Walters sending it around there. They'll try to get it in on goal. Passing it to the other side. Oh, a nice backhand pass, and that which couldn't be completed. One more time, it's sent down into the corner, and O'Donnell will try to move it out of here as their penalty ends in 15 seconds. And out in front again, a shot! Oh, what an opportunity that could have been. The rebound is loose, and they score! Dylan Hartson gets the goal, and Marystown now leads by 2.
Marystown coming in, and it was just a very clean, immediate sweep into the net there.
Dylan Hartson collecting his own rebounds there. Give him credit for that as he battled hard for that goal, and he gets the goal there, and it's 2-0 for them. Collected in along, and Marystown will start away with it as they're moving it in along. Here they come, and O'Donnell will intercept. They're moving it in. Picking it up there into the corner, and here they go. They're battling for it with 37 seconds left to go. Moving it along is Marystown, and here comes the captain. They're moving in with speed, and Josh Barron, as it's just offsides there on the play as it's called down with 28.7 seconds left to go in this first of this opening contest. The first of many games that Rogers TV will be broadcasting live throughout the day. Off the draw, it's one, and it's cleared into the O'Donnell zone, and they'll have to start away with 25 seconds left to go. They're down by 2 in this, and a high-rising shot that just went over the glove of Broders and went onto the glass. Ranging along, and Broders will hang on for the face-off, and a little after the whistle get together there, and they won't be singing "We Are Family" anytime soon. It's going to be 2 minutes for slashing there and going to the box. Jonathan Inkpen, this is going to be interesting to see how this pans out. Is it going to come up at the offsides line, just up at center, heading towards the O'Donnell zone. As Jonathan Inkpen, he's got a goal tonight. And he's been playing well. But he gets the penalty here, and now here comes O'Donnell. They're moving in with speed. They only got 3 seconds to take a shot, and a more high-rising shot, and that one stopped there by Kerr. And just as the whistle sounds, so does the buzzer. And that's the end of the first period, folks. Flew by like that. 15 minutes down and under our belt. We still have 30 minutes left to go, as both teams will go to the bench, and they'll be taking a quick breather.
Really an exciting game to watch so far, Zach. I don't know about you, but I've been really on my toes the whole time. They've for players that have not had much time on the ice competing against other players, they've been really keeping up today, and it's showing.
As the second period is just about to start with 1:47 left to go in the penalty to Inkpen, who's got the goal. Hartson got the other goal for Marystown. They're leading by 2 as they've been playing well so far, and they've had most of the puck control throughout this game.
Yes, and let's see now if coming into the second period, if O'Donnell's able to turn the game around a little bit here. And we're starting off here.
Off the draw, it's one there, and it's collected into the Marystown zone as O'Donnell will move it in along. Moving it in is O'Donnell. They're trying to step it in through. Here they come. As they move it into the corner, it's picked up by them, and they'll try to start away with it. Here comes O'Donnell out in front again, a shot, and a nice save there by Kerr. In along is set in by Marystown, and they'll have to dump it in along. Just getting out to the line and just getting it out of the zone as O'Donnell was forced to tag up and start again, and it's cleared down the length of the ice. Picking up into the corner is Lee. He's moving in along. He gets bumped there, and now moving it along. Here comes O'Donnell. They're moving it into Stephen Rideout. He dumps it in along, and Right out, bumping it forward now. Picked up in behind the goal and a shot. And that one's easily stopped there by Kerr. Now in behind the goal. It's picked up there by Rideout. He'll start away one more time and trying to get it out in front again with a shot. And the rebound is there and they score! O'Donnell is on the board. And the Patriots are only down by 1.
And coming in here for the replay, going around the back, and it was a little bit of a struggle there initially around that net, but once O'Donnell had it, they really had it, and it was an...
Stephen Rideout actually got that goal, so he's been playing well. He's been all over the ice, and he's been playing well for O'Donnell as he gets that goal. Picked up in there along, and Marystown will start away with it as it's sent into the O'Donnell zone as they're moving it along. Trying to get it there with 13:38 left to go in this second period of this contest. It's 2-1 for Marystown, and a high-rising shot that just whistled off the glass. Starting away with it now is Marystown. They're moving it along. They're trying to get it out in front, and they can't. And one more time, it's picked up there by Marystown. They're moving it in with a shot, and that one stopped there. And the pad save, and Broders was there for the second time. Into the corner, it's picked up there. O'Donnell's trying to play it in. Moving in and along is Marystown. They're trying to get it. It's Zach Walters, the assistant captain. He's battling in hard for it. Walters getting a stick on it now. Picked up there is Dylan Murray, and it's sent in along. Walters is in after the puck. He gets it there for Marystown. Moving it along, and it's cycled out in front, and again with a shot, and what an opportunity it was, and now here comes O'Donnell back the other way. They can't get it there, and it's knocked off the boards, and they'll have to start away, and they'll dump and chase. More so dumping and no chasing as O'Donnell goes back to the bench. And now starting away is Marystown as they'll move it along. Marystown trying to get it there. Now picked up at the line, and a shot that went off the skate, and they'll try to start away with it one more time. It's Walters with a drive, and that one's stopped.
Another solid save over here. And coming in for the replay, yes. He stood his ground very well.
And now there's an equipment issue here, as I'm baffled to see what the problem is. 12:19 left to go in the second period. It's 2-1 for Marystown. Liam Broders is having an equipment issue, and he's going back to the bench. He's got his gloves off. Now, it's interesting to see how I mentioned it in the pregame show that O'Donnell does not have a backup goaltender out there.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if this is an issue where he can't go back on the ice. What's he going to do? What's the plan? The game is on hold for now.
He's reaching into his pads. And here's the replay.
And what seems to be
huge hit there.
A hit there. Unsure for certain what the issue is.
And now the pad has completely come off Broders. Oh, and no, he's tying up his skates now. So it's going to be very interesting. We might just see Michael Chislett come out there now and play a bit of goaltender for O'Donnell.
Let's see. Yep, the
loop, swoop, and pull. Yep.
Wondering if it's an issue with the padding there.
I think it could be a Velcro issue. He's padding up again. He's ready to go again behind. He's been playing well so far throughout this. He's only had up 2 goals, and he's had a high number of shots. So,
and the only option for goal, as we mentioned, as Zach pointed out there, and before the game started, Marystown does have 2 different goal. However, we only have the one over here for O'Donnell.
Now the question is, does anybody have a Sears catalog that they could strap on to his knees? Because there's an equipment problem with his padding.
Let's see. Everyone's just hanging tight here.
There's a shot of the starting goaltender for Marystown. That's Nicholas Kerr. They have 2 goaltenders, which is like a commodity here in this tournament. And Broders goes back out, and he's ready to go again.
There we go. Crowd excited to get this going again.
As the faceoff's about to come up here in the O'Donnell zone. They'll move it in along. Picked up there by Marystown. They're starting it away. And now into the neutral zone, and here they come with speed. Here comes Marystown with a drive. And that one stopped off the pillows by Broders. And certainly they work, I can tell you that much. As Josh Fewer got an excellent shot there. That little break there, that would have been an excellent time for coaches to make a change, as we had a little small timeout there, just about a minute or 2. That's an excellent time for a change and to rest up your guys and definitely get in some Gatorade.
Yeah, and it could have been, it was a great opportunity, but we'll see if their decision after was the right one.
Beautiful blocker save there by Broders as it started away and behind the Marystown goal off the rebound. It's moved it along. They'll try to step it in through, and now here comes Luke Jones. Jones trying to move it in. He's trying to get it out in goal. Moving it along as Marystown. They're trying to send it back to the point, and they get it there successfully. Picked up there by Flander, the assistant captain. And starting it away with it is Marystown. They'll get it back, and trying to get it to the other side. They do, and a shot, and a big save there by Broders off the pad. Picked up there again by Flanders, the assistant captain, and here they come, and a shot, and a rebound is there, and another save there by Broders as he's been playing well. He's been standing on his head with 11:10 left to go in the second period. And a save there by Broders off a bounce, and they'll take a short break with 11:01 left to go in the second period. It's 2-1 for Marystown. Here's the replay. What an opportunity.
Could have really been a great shot for Marystown there, but coming in, and
what a beautiful save there by Broders.
yes, he seems to be ready to go. Only have letting two in so far.
Especially with this short notice. He had a lot of practice time as there was only 1 goaltender there. And with this short notice, like I said, and the little time he's had to practice, he's been playing well throughout this game. He's in level 1 at O'Donnell, and again, he's been doing great with his academic studies, and he's just been excellent so far throughout O'Donnell, and just pure exceptional throughout this tournament and this game. Here they come. O'Donnell's moving it in. They're trying to step it in through. It's Collins, and he couldn't get it in on goal. Pinned up against the board is Marystown, excuse me, and it started away there. Knocked down into the corner and a hit from behind there by Marystown. No call coming up, and the play is whistled down off the save there by Kerr. Dangerous hit from behind. He's only now getting up. Still on one knee.
And a replay here. A little bit of a rumble down there by the other corner.
Stephen Rideout is down. He's got a goal so far, and he's just been playing all over the ice, and he's just been playing exceptional so far for O'Donnell. But he just took a bad hit from behind there, and you know he's not happy. And here comes a breakaway. He's moving in on in. Marystown shoots, and a stop there by Broders, and the net's dislodged. Oh, what an opportunity that could have been. My goodness, what a shot there by number 91. It's Dylan Hartson.
That was definitely looking close there.
Hartson has a goal, and here he comes here, as we see in our replay. Oh my goodness.
He really came in with a lot of power. You can see it.
Look at the bend on that stick, and oh, he just had Broders there,
Yes.
but just could not get the shot away. As the net's dislodged after, and a quick change there by O'Donnell, very brief, as too many players on the ice, and
Marystown surprising us all here today.
they've really stepped up their A game, and they've been playing well so far. And O'Donnell, they really need to come and play the caliber that Marystown has been playing if they want to succeed in this game. Moving in along is Marystown at the point. They'll try to start away. Into the corner, stepped around there by Marystown. They're trying to move it in. It's Walters. Now around into the corner, and here they come. A shot and a save there by Broders. Off the shot by Farrell, the assistant captain. Stepped in the line by Marystown. Now back to the point. It's one more time. It's sent in along. And they'll try to move it forward.
Playing a little bit of a keep away here.
And another shot there, and that one stopped there off the shot by Murray, who's been playing very well so far, throughout this game. And he got a nice shot there. He's been playing well for defense, and he's been really keeping the pucks out of the neutral zone. Now into the corner, it's picked up, and they'll try to stat it in through. Picked up there by Oak. He's trying to move it forward. He does, and he gets it to his assistant captain as it's trying to move it in and around. Back to the point now. It's picked up there by Marystown. Oak one more time. Trying to get it the other side, and it's intercepted, and Oak will have to go back and chase it. Now it's a foot race, and this could be potential. One more time, it's picked up there by Marystown, and they'll flip it in and along. Moving it, that was Moulton there with a nice dump and chase there, and Marystown gets to the puck first as they'll try to start away with it. Stepping in and around, a shot, they score! What a goal! Marystown is on the board, and they now lead 3-1.
Yet another goal here for Marystown. And it was like a slide around here from the corner. Lots of contact. And then when he went by, there was no stopping it at that point.
He's been playing very well, and he's a late ad, and he hasn't been playing a lot, but when he's been out there, he's the goals. Now trying to move it out in front, they can't get it there. One more time, it's picked up and around. O'Donnell will keep it in. They're trying to move it in front. Down around into the corner, and they're trying to set it out in front. And it was bouncing there as it's picked up there by the defense of O'Donnell, and they'll have to start away with it. Moving it in is Marystown in their own end. Flipped out, and O'Donnell is forced to go back and get it. It's Sam Kelly, but he's got Marystown offenseman on his tail. That way, it was Josh Fewer. Fewer into the corner. Fewer in behind the goal. He's trying to start away with it now, and it's picked up there by Oak, and he's going to have to start away in his own zone, and he's going to have to wait for his team to tag up. Getting it across the other defender, and now here comes Marystown as they're trying to step it in through. An O'Donnell player took a tumble there as Jacob Baker's trying to step in through, and it's a foot race. And Baker with that speed, and it's stopped there by Kerr. As he'll hold on for the whistle with 7:08 left to go in the second period. It's 3-1 for Marystown.
O'Donnell had that one goal there right out of the gate here for this second period. But will they be able to tie it up is the question.
It's going to be very interesting. This is the most that we've seen in their zone. There hasn't been a lot of action up in the zone so far, and they need to start getting pucks and face-offs into the Marystown defensive if they really want to come away with a win in this game. Moved in along there by Marystown as they'll try to step it in through, and now here comes O'Donnell as it's chipped in and it's clipped around there, and they'll have to start away if it's Philip Flynn. Here comes Marystown off a steal. Oh, what a nice move. And a shot. And a big save there by Broders. And what an excellent opportunity that could be. Jackson Appleby with a beautiful shot. An even better save there by Broders.
Again, when they're coming in and you think it's done, you know, it's secured, sometimes it really isn't. And that's a good goalie for you.
Ian Broders hasn't had a lot of rebounds given up either. He's been playing very well, and he hasn't let up a lot of rebounds, and he's just been smothering the puck as soon as he gets it, which is the rule of thumb when you're a goaltender, as Galton will flip it in along. Moving in and along, they'll try to get it there. And it's into the corner, and O'Donnell will try to start away with it now as they'll move it in this way. It's Tyler Lee. And here they come with speed, and it's O'Donnell. They're trying to move it in. They can't get it much further as Ben Collins. Now here comes Collins again. He's trying to move it in, and they can't as it's intercepted there by Marystown, and they'll start away. And now here they come is Marystown with a high wrister and a save there off the shot. One opportunity that could have been. 5:39 left to go in the second period.
And just around 10-9 here this morning in the Ghouls Arena.
Two linesmen and a referee out there. They've been doing very well, actually. The calls have been pretty good. Few calls that were missed, but they've been playing very well. And the struggle of a referee is a lot of heckling and a lot of dislike, but they've been playing very well, and it's a lot of pressure out in these situations, especially with these teams coming in, the late teams coming in. You know that they're going to be a little bit hot, and you know that Marystown is going to be a little bit fresh at this as they haven't had a lot of time to be able to hit. So the referees have been making excellent calls so far throughout this contest. Puck flipped in along the glass, and they'll start away with it now, and here comes O'Donnell as they're trying to move it in. Here comes O'Donnell. It's Mark Collins as he's trying to step it in and through. Picked up there by the defense of Marystown. They'll have to start away with it is Patrick Farrell, and he's moving it in. Oh, what a nice move. Here comes Farrell. He's moving it in, and it's intercepted there by the O'Donnell defense. One opportunity. That could have been it. Now here comes O'Donnell back the other way. They're moving in with speed is Evans. Daniel Evans with a drive and a big save there by Kerr off a high rising shot. Picked up there by the defense of Marystown. They'll have to start away with it now, and here they go. They're moving it in. Stepping in along as Marystown. They'll try to get it forward. Best is there, and a shot, and that one stopped there. Now it's played into the corner. It's Walters now, the assistant captain. He's moving it in one more time. Stepped in and around behind the goal. They'll start away with it. Now back to the point. Moving it along. They're trying to step it forward, and a drive. And that one stopped there. Very awkward save there by Broders, but nonetheless, the save.
Sometimes it doesn't matter how you get it done, Zach, as long as you get it done. Here in the replay, it was really just a launch from Marystown.
Just under 4 minutes left to go in the second period. There still is one more 15-minute period left to go. And a shot! They score! No goal! The whistle had blew. So it's going to be interesting to see now, because the puck did go in after the whistle. They're going to call it a goal.
What is this call?
No, and they don't seem to be calling it a goal as the faceoff's about to come up here by Broders. An opportunity for Marystown to go up by 3, as they'll start away with it in their own zone. This way, it's Nicholas Oak. He's trying to move it in and forward, and now here they come. And O'Donnell will start away with it in their own zone. And they'll move it in along as Marystown has to tag up on the offsides. They do, and it's clipped in along. Picked up there by O'Donnell. They're trying to move it forward, and now here comes Marystown. They're trying to send it out in front, and they get the shot out in front. And they couldn't as it hit out the side of the goal. Now in behind the goal, it's picked up there. One more time, it's picked up there by O'Donnell as they'll try to move it in forward, and here they come. High hitting there. As Ben Collins trying to move it in front. Ben Collins out in front again, and a shot and a stop there by Kerr. What an opportunity that could have been. One more time, it's picked up there by O'Donnell as they can't get it out in front as Marystown will start away with it, and here they come. Moving in it is Nicholas Oak, the defenseman. He's moving it in with speed. Here he comes. Nicholas Oak taking a knock, taking another knock, and Oak couldn't get it there. Sent it around the goal, and trying to get it out in front. There is Marystown. They couldn't, as O'Donnell will have to start away with it now. Joey Simmons, and a shot, and a long save there off the high-rising shot there by Ryan Chislett. And a close to many men call there as O'Donnell was getting caught on a change as it got stuck on the skate there. 2:20 left to go in the second period. It's 3-1 for Marystown. Flipped in along there as O'Donnell will have to start away in their own zone. They're moving in along as Philip Flynn. Intercepted there by Marystown as they're trying to step it in through, and here they come. Here comes Marystown as Appleby, as he's got a goal tonight, and he couldn't get it there on goal. One more time, trying to get it out in front again. No. taking tumble in the corners, both teams. And start now is Marystown in their own end. As they'll move it in along, it's Flanders. He's starting away with it now, and here comes Marystown as they'll flip it around the board. It's Galton. Moving in along one more time. They're trying to get it out in front. They can't. And now it's picked up there again there by Flanders. It's flipped in along. And O'Donnell will have to start away in their own end. And a chip and chase. O'Donnell in there on the backhand shot there. That time by Jacob Swire. One more time it's picked up there by Marystown as they'll start away with it. And here they go. Here goes Marystown. They're trying to move it in. It's Appleby. Getting it into the corner now. It's played around. Appleby one more time. Appleby now. Moving in along as they'll try to step it in through. And now it's clipped out and set them all the way down the length of the ice. And this way, most likely called an icing. No, but it's waved off. Here comes the captain now as they'll step it in. Moving in along now is Marystown as they'll step it in through. Trying to get it there as they're trying to move it in. And a shot and the score! What a goal! Zach. And now it's a 4-1 Marystown.
Yet another goal here for Marystown. Zach Walters. A very clean shot. And there was no way for keeper to keep it there.
Broders, who has been playing well, got bet on the glove side there by Marystown, and with 36.7 seconds left to go in the second period, they now lead 4-1. Coming in now here is O'Donnell. They'll chip it in along. They're moving it in. Trying to get it there now as they'll move it in ahead. Marystown clapping up against the boards, and it's knocked away there by Kerr. In behind the goal, it's set around in front. Picked up there by Marystown as they'll step it in through, and here they come. Coming in with a shot. They score! What a goal by Marystown! And it's Patrick Farrell, the assistant captain, as they've been rolling tonight. And now it's 5-1.
Farrell, with only 9 seconds left here, comes in for a great shot. And that was it for that. So, we're up 5-1 here for Marystown. 9 seconds left in the period. Let's see what happens in these remaining moments.
Marystown has been playing well so far throughout this game, and you got to give credit where credit is due. And they've just been playing absolutely phenomenal so far throughout this game. 2 seconds and 1, and that's the end for the second period as a little get together at the end, and they bump shoulders. And all will go to the benches. For a quick break, it's 5-1 for Marystown. As we'll take a quick break as players are going to go to the dressing rooms. And we'll be back right after this on Rogers TV in the Newfoundland region. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Ghouls Arena in the beautiful Avalon Peninsula, excuse me. As we get ready for the third period of action, there's 15 minutes back on the clock. We've just burned 30 minutes, and within that 30 minutes, there's been 5 goals. There's been 6 goals, rather. 5 of those for Marystown. They lead 5-1 throughout this beginning of this last period. As we're underway now, as Marystown will flip it in. I was talking to the O'Donnell coach through the intermission, and he said that they just cannot quit, and they had to play it hard right to the end. Michael, do you think that there's any chance that O'Donnell could come back in this?
Well, to be honest with you, Zach, the chances aren't looking that great. The odds aren't quite in their favor here. Who knows? Maybe they'll surprise us all. They'll bring it back. They're going to have to work diligently to really pull it off this period. But their coach is right. It's looking hard. But they won't quit. They're gonna play right to the end. I know it for sure.
Liam Broder stops up as he makes the save. Lots of goals throughout there. Stephen Rideout got the only goal for O'Donnell. Appleby, Inkpen, and Hartson, among others, got goals for Marystown. As the faceoffs in the offensive zone for them, as O'Donnell will start away with it as they won the faceoff and they're moving it in. And it's went down the length of the ice, and touching up is Moulton as he hangs on for the whistle. 14-16 left to go in the third period. You're watching Rogers TV throughout the Newfoundland and Labrador region, or you could be tuning in coast to coast and around the world at rogerstv.com. Moved in along. It's picked up there by O'Donnell as they'll try to step in through in their own zone. Picking it up now and starting it away with it is Stephen Foley as he'll clear it into the neutral zone area, and starting away with it is Marystown, and they'll have to move it along. Nicholas Oakes sending one forward and moving in as the offense with a drive, and that one's whistled wide as Luke Jones had an opportunity to score there. One more time, it's picked up there by Marystown as they're stepping it in through, and here they come, and they're moving it in. Moving it in to the point now, and here they go. Back into the corner, it's moved in along. And Marystown will pick it up as they're dumping it in. Referee making a duck as trying to savor his head there. Puck came up high, and it's clipped in high and back down the length of the ice as it's picked up by Nicholas Oak as he'll have to start away from Marystown with 13:20 left to go in this third period. It's 5-1 for them. Moving it along, and here comes Marystown, and they're moving it in. Here they go, trying to step it in through, and here comes Marystown. They're moving it in, and it's stepped into the corner. One more time, it's picked up there by Zach Walters, and it's intercepted by O'Donnell, but back at the point, here comes Marystown making a nice move, and moving it on in to the other side of the goal, and he couldn't get it there, was Liam Best, as he had an opportunity to score. Oh, and trying to get it out in front again, and they can't do that. Oh, what an opportunity that could have been by Inkpen, who's had a goal tonight, and he's been playing well. Picked up there by Inkpen. He'll move it in along the boards. Getting it back to Inkpen, a drive, and the stop there on the pillows. One more time, it's picked up there by O'Donnell. They'll have to start away with it now, and a long drive, and that one whistled wide of the pad. One more time, it's picked up there by Marystown as they're trying to step in and through, and here they go again, and now here comes O'Donnell, and Marystown will have the intercept there as Liam Best ahead for Inkpen. Now back to the other side, as starting away with it now is Jacob Galton, as he'll start away. And now here comes Marystown. They're clearing it in, moving it along. That was Nicholas Oak with the long dump and chase. And now O'Donnell is starting away with it now as they're moving it along. One more time, it's picked up there by Oak. Oak moving it along. And now it's back into the corner where it's picked up there by Inkpen. And Oak couldn't keep it in, as O'Donnell will have to start away with it in their own zone. O'Donnell hasn't been able to get out of here so far, Michael, as they've just been caught in their own zone.
Yeah, and we're really spending, it's just a lot of time down by the O'Donnell net, and it's hard for them to step up both their defense and their offense at the same time, because they're really trying to make up some time, get some goals here, hopefully at least tie it up here quickly. But at the same time, they need to hold up their own end, right?
Marystown has just been stuffing pucks towards the net mouth area, and they've been playing well, but this way it's into the O'Donnell offensive zone, as they'll start away with it now. To the other side of the goal, trying to get it out in front. Kura, a wraparound, no! And it couldn't be sent on goal there. What an opportunity that could have been. Moving it along is Moulton as he clears it in out long. And they'll have to start away with it now. Is O'Donnell as they'll start away in their own end. They've seen this movie before and they'll try to do it again, as they did it just a few minutes ago and got it deep into the zone. Cleared in along, and starting away with it is going to be O'Donnell. Moving in along is Simmons, and in behind the goal they'll battle for it is O'Donnell and Marystown. You're watching Rogers TV in the Newfoundland area, and now here comes O'Donnell as they're moving it in. Here comes O'Donnell of Mount Pearl. Ben Collins trying to step it in through. Here he comes. Collins is racing in for it, and he'll have to start away with it. And Marytown, and it's up, and I think that actually hit the roof. Came right up, and I think that hit one of the roof. With 10:10 left to go in the third period, it's 5-1 for Marystown. You're watching Rogers TV in the Newfoundland area. We're live on Facebook right now, and we're also live on the Rogers TV YouTube. And we're coast to coast and around the world at www.rogerstv.com. Starting it around. Moving it along is O'Donnell. Here they come. They're trying to get it there. As O'Donnell will move it in along. Marystown will have to start away in their own end, and they'll dump and chase. And here they go is O'Donnell as they'll have to start away in their own zone is Sam Kelly. He's moving it along and up and forward. They can't get it there. One more time it's picked up there by Marystown in their own zone, and one whipped right down to the O'Donnell zone. This is not going to be an icing as Sam Kelly gets to it first. But no, Marystown gets to it, and couldn't keep it in on one opportunity that could have been. 9:20 left to go in this third period. It's 5-1 for Marystown as O'Donnell is just hanging off by a limb. O'Donnell's a late ad, as we mentioned before, and they've been playing well. God love them, but just not great enough, as a lot of these guys didn't make the original Tier 1 team, as this is a Tier 2 tournament in the Tier 2 quarterfinals, and they've been playing excellent, but unfortunately, the skills of Marystown has just beaten them. And a shot as that one whipped out in front. And now O'Donnell picks it up one more time. It's Tyler Lee from the point and a drive. And that one stopped there. The rebound is loose, but they couldn't get it there. It's a nice save there by Kerr. Out in front again. Another shot. And a great save there by Kerr. What a stop by Kerr. And he will hold on for the face-off. Jacob Baker with a shot.
And Kerr, oh, yes, he really nailed that that save. Grabbed the puck really early on, so that it was very well done.
Coming across from post to post, he's just like a cat, and he just whoop right on over and to make the nice save. O'Donnell will start away with it in their own end. They're trying to move it in along, and it's clipped along by in the neutral zone, excuse me, there by Marystown, and a long shot will go in on Broders. Give credit to Kerr too, as there's been a lot of shots down there on his end too, and he's been playing well. He's only let up one goal, and that was the goal by Stephen Rideout. But regardless of the fact, he's been playing well. And now here comes O'Donnell back the other way. They're moving in along, and here comes O'Donnell with Tyler Lee, the defenseman, trying to get it to the other side, and they couldn't get it there, trying to feed Stephen Rideout. Moving it along, and they'll start away with it as O'Donnell as they're moving it in. Back into the corner, and they'll try to start away with it. And another shot there, stopped, rebound, and they score! Is it in? Yes, it is, it's in! And O'Donnell gets their second goal of the night, and that time, Mark Collins gets the goal, and it's now
secured here by O'Donnell. And after that first initial shot, they were able to quickly get it in that second time there.
That was actually Ben Collins, which is actually the brother of Mark Collins. So two of them are playing on the same team. But regardless, that Mark Collins and Ben Collins line, they've been playing well. And now a tumble back into the back end of the ice, and he's slow to get up. That's an O'Donnell player back there. That's Joey Simmons. He's in level 1, and he's a very small guy, and he just absolutely gets stapled into the boards there. And that was a dangerous hit. And now back the other way. Here comes Marystown. They're trying to move it in, making some nice moves as it stepped into the corner. Moving it along is Hartson. He has a goal tonight. Here comes Hartson, moving it back to the point. It's Oak with a drive and a pad save there by Broders. One more time, it's picked up there by O'Donnell. And it's Ben Collins who has a goal tonight. And he's out there on the Collins line as the two brothers have been feeding each other all night. But here comes Oak as it's intercepted. Trying to get it to the other side. They can't get it there. One more time, it's picked up there by Marystown. It's Flanders. But back to the point, it's picked up there by Marystown. That's Oak. Trying to step it out in front. And Oak will pick it up one more time. Here comes Oak. Getting it to the other side. And now as they'll start away with it, it's Moulton. And it's cleared down the length of the ice. 6:12 left to go in the third. As it's 5-2 for Marystown. Patriots coming back with 2 goals. But they still are trailing by 3 with 6:11 left to go. The arena's starting to fill up, Michael, as we start to see more fans pouring in, and you can always join us here at the Gould's Arena in the beautiful Avalon Peninsula of Newfoundland. As lots of great hockey, and we'll be here all day, folks, as Rogers TV will be broadcasting live throughout the day. Marystown, if they complete a win in this game, they will be playing at 5:15. That game will be televised on Rogers TV. Then, following the completion of that game, we'll be heading down to the Mile 1 Center, where we'll see Gonzaga and St. Kevin's along with other Tier 1 teams, as this is the Tier 2 quarterfinal. And the winner of this will go to the semifinal, of course, with 5:39. Kerr is covering up. It's 5-2 for the Marystown High School team. They're against the O'Donnell Patriots of Mount Pearl. One back by Marystown, and they'll have to start away in their own zone. Moving it along. They're trying to step it in through. They can't get it there. And starting away is Marystown, slowly but surely, and they'll get there. Moved it along. It's picked up there by Marystown as they're starting in with it. It's picked up by Inkpen, and it's cleared around the board. It's picked up there by the offensive Marystown. It's Fewer, Josh Fewer, trying to step it in through. Getting it one more time, and they'll send it back to their defenseman as they'll have to start away once more. It's Inkpen, and it's flipped ahead forward, and it's sent back into the corner, where O'Donnell is pressuring for it, but they're taking it very easy because this could be potentially one of our last games of this tournament. But they've been playing well, especially for an ad team, where it was just only a few days ago they discovered that all of these players would be on a team together. Stapled down to the boards is a Marystown player.
Another hard collision against the glass here.
You could see the frustration in O'Donnell. They haven't won this game yet, and they've been trailing for the better part of it. And now you see the frustration, and the physical contact is certainly going to start coming into play. And now here comes Farrell. Farrell moving in, and a shot, and a stop there by Broders. Patrick Farrell, the assistant captain, had a great opportunity there. And here's the replay.
There we go. It was looking like a great shot, but a solid save. And that was it then. That was the call. Very well done by their goaltender.
Back to the point, it's Oak as Marystown wins the faceoff as they're starting away with it now. One more time, it's stepped into the corner, and now they'll move it along.
Only 4 minutes left here in the game, Zach.
Yeah, it's been an excellent contest start to finish, but it's been all Marystown as they're into the offensive zone one more time as it's kept in, and it's 5-2 for them. We're in the third period of this contest, live from the Gould's Arena in the beautiful Avalon Peninsula, and they've just been playing well. There's been lots of great hockey here, and this tournament has been absolutely phenomenal, and there's lots more games left to come. Marystown, will have to start away in their own zone. They only have 3:27 left to go, and then they'll be heading to the semifinals. It's Joey Simmons who got stapled to the boards not 10 minutes ago, and he'll move it along. Here comes Oak. Oak will start away from Marystown as he'll start away. He gets the give and go pass and he'll get it back. Here comes Oak as he whips it around the boards. A high saucer pass, but it's intercepted by O'Donnell, but they can only get a stick on it, nothing else. Moving it along is O'Donnell. Here they go one more time. They'll try to move it in this time. This way it's Josh Lush. And moving in, here they go. Here comes Marystown as they're stepping it in through with speed. Moving it on in, trying to get out in front. A shot! And no, it couldn't be. Let off the stick of a nice opportunity there by Liam Best. And now back the other way. Here comes O'Donnell, and it's end-to-end now. Here comes O'Donnell. Making a hit, and there could be a holding call here. No, nothing after the whistle. And a shot, and a long save there by Broders. You can start to see the physical contact come into play now. Marystown is starting to get a lot more comfortable, aren't they, Michael?
Yes, they're definitely warming up to this idea of contact. It took them a couple periods, but here they are, and they're ready to go. But there's only a couple minutes left.
They can certainly use these skills and transfer them over to the games that they'll have to play later on today at 5:15, and we'll be right here on Rogers TV as we'll take you live right from the Ghouls Arena, and that's the semifinal action here. And now a high wrister, and a nice save there by Broders. And that shot came from Noel Flanders, who's the defenseman, and he's just been playing well so far throughout this game, hasn't he?
He has, and it's 5-2 here for Marystown. But there have been a lot of shots on O'Donnell, so you do have to give props to their goaltender. He has been holding up.
Beautiful shot there of the crowd, and we're mixed somewhere in amongst those people, but there's lots of people around here, and if you still want to come, there's still lots of time. There's lots of games left to be played here. There'll be games going. The last game is at 5:15 here, and Rogers TV will have that game for you, and then we'll be taking you live to the Mile One Center in beautiful, beautiful downtown St. John's. As O'Donnell will flip it in, and Marystown is forced to start back away with it. And Andrew Moulton will begin with just over a minute left, 1:05 left. As here comes O'Donnell, they'll start away in their own end. It's flipped along, and now here comes O'Donnell as they're moving in. It's Jacob Baker with a long drive. Here they go. It's Marystown. They're moving in. A long clapper. And that one stopped there off the save. What an excellent opportunity that could have been for Josh Fewer. One more time. It's pinned up against the boards, and now they're moving in. And now here comes Marystown as they're moving in, trying to send it in behind the goal. And it's cleared out. 33 seconds left in this contest. O'Donnell will get eliminated if they do not win here, as the odds are very much so against them, but they've been playing well. As a long save there by Broders. Broders has something to smile about as he's been playing well so far throughout this game. He's had excellent position. He's been very speedy, and even though he's had problems with his equipment and gear, he's been playing well.
Yes, undeniably.
Face-off coming up to his glove hand side, and it's one there by O'Donnell. They'll have to start away with it, but it's intercepted. And a lot of turnovers for O'Donnell throughout this game, and that's something that they can learn off of for the next tournament. As a lot of these guys are level 1s and level 2s, so they are eligible, to play in next year's tournament. And as the time runs out, Marystown will win the game. It's 5-2, the final score from the Ghouls. And they'll go back and congratulate their goaltender on a solid performance.
Definitely an exciting game to watch. There were moments where we thought that O'Donnell could have easily swept up and tied up the game, but in the end, Marystown took it 5-2.
The Marystown Clippers have been playing well, and they'll play today at 5:15 from the Ghouls Arena. As you see, a great show of sportsmanship here. Just handshake the guy and look him in the face and say, good game, is an excellent show of sportsmanship and class. We're going to take a short break live from the Ghouls Arena in beautiful, beautiful the Avalon Peninsula, that is, as we'll take a short break. And when we come back, we'll have some more action. You're watching Rogers TV throughout the Newfoundland regions. I'm Zach Power, and I'm Michael Chislett. We'll be back right in a moment.